Hello, everybody. My name is Kenneth Funes. I'm one of the founders and CEO of Eyeware. We're computer scientists. We've been working on developing computer vision technology for tracking of faces and facial expressions, head, and in particularly eyes. But the product that you're going to see now is mainly based on the face and head. So. In particular, this is a technology that can be applied to many things, but we decided to go for an application that we believe can make an impact for a group of the population which has a special need, which is the group of people with severe limited body mobility, in particular with neck down paralysis. And what we're trying to do is to address the need that these people, the same as everybody, there is a strong need to feel normal, to be independent, to be productive, to be social, to be integrated into society. And computers are a really nice way to do this. Basically, we can connect to the world, we can work, we can do many things, and assistive technologies are really cool for this. The problem is that with current assistive technologies is that the current ones are pretty much most of them are intrusive. The functionality is very limited, meaning that the actions, whatever you need to do in a computer, it becomes rigid, becomes very slow, and moreover, you require daily assistance, which is annoying because basically what you really need here is basically to be autonomous. So we're trying to address this need. So the demo that I'm going to show is basically this product, the to-be product, which is Eyeware Assist. Which is basically a software. We have developed a software that is using standard 3D cameras. So if you see here at the top of my computer, there is a 3D camera. This is pretty much a Kinect. If you have an Xbox at home, then this is pretty much a Kinect, which is, by the way, being embedded more and more into consumer devices, including laptops or other handheld devices. And the idea is that we control the computer using your face. So this is great because basically in these situations you don't have access to a mouse, you don't have access to a keyboard, and basically by doing head and face movements. So it's in a scenario like the following: the Eyeware software it can run in different platforms, and by tracking movements of the head, of the face, we use these movements to do actions like clicking, zooming, etc. And when you do this, you enable computer control to any application that we take for granted. So now I'm going to do something a bit scary and show the demo live of what this means. And so what you see here, if this works, no it doesn't. So I'm going to restart this. So you know how it is, right? But the idea in the meantime, what I can do is to show you a small demo of the thing and then restart it while I keep on talking. So that's good always to have a backup demo. So the thing is that, so what you see is an application like the following. What I'm going to take you through it. Basically what you see is that right now here is myself, I'm using the software, I'm being tracked by this camera, by a camera like this one. And basically, I don't know if you see it, but actually the mouse pointer that is in the center is moving according to the movements on my face. And this basically is enabling you to control the computer, to access certain elements. Moreover, the certain actions like the lips movements, like doing like a kiss. So you can kiss at the computer, that is actually a left click. You can raise your eyebrows, and that's also a right click. And or you can do, for example, opening the mouth, and the mouth opening basically changes between different modalities that allows you to scroll vertically, horizontal, zooming, etc. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm doing there is basically that still hands-free. You're controlling the type of configuration that you want into the system, because even there are more gestures that can be tracked. Like, look, now I'm like using my cheeks, like inflating, so they can be used as a left click or a right click. And then furthermore, you can do different types of, once you actually go and then you start using the computer, If you want to enable control, you can again inflate the cheeks, and then this gives you, this starts the movement of the system. And here I'm just doing, like, showing a bit that you actually have quite a lot of precision, quite a lot of control. You can start even playing some games online that you can control quite well simply by moving the head, by doing some, again, the kissing. So it works. I mean, so it's very nice because actually you get quite of this precision, quite of this control that you really require. Even more, there are different elements. If you see now, by tilting my head to the left, I'm actually scrolling, and this is really important because, I mean, if you don't have access to the trackpad or these kind of things, then you have a lot of issues there. This becomes like 2-3 steps actions that very much slow the computer control. But in this way, you manage to achieve this. We, again, by opening the mouth, change the modality, then tilting the head becomes zooming. So this is important if you want to do drawing, AutoCAD, etc., etc. So jumping back into the presentation. Basically, right now we're trying to do the private beta launch, public beta, and launching. This includes in the UK, so that's a really nice reason why I'm here. And basically, you can give us some feedback on things that we're trying to do. There are interesting directions that we can take. For example, making a professional version for hospitals, associations, including tools for therapists. And we are adding eye tracking technology that is also based on these very cheap devices that we have developed, and so that will be enhance the system, adding more modalities such as speech, external devices, and even more suggestions or like features. And if you're, as the general consumer, if you're interested as well, that would be really lovely to hear. So thank you very much.
Big round of applause.
Thanks.
Any questions, comments, guys? Raise your hand. Hey.
And by the way, if you want to try it later, the system, given that it didn't work here, but if you want to try it, just come over. I'm happy to show it.
Thanks for presenting. That was super interesting. I'm really amazed by what you do. My question would be, what about the input? So let's say I want to write a text message to my friend. Do you do anything about natural language processing, or how does that work?
No, we're at this point, we're not. We believe there are some really nice software already around for that. So we don't want to go exactly into that field. When you want to actually do something like that, like controlling the mouse, there is when you start having issues. So eventually, yes, actually, so there is, we might partner up with a company that is doing speech processing to integrate it into the system, but at this point not. And if you want to type with the current system, you can use virtual keyboards. So you have a keyboard, you click on the letters, and you have some text prediction, and that's how it works.
Any other questions, comments from anyone? Right at the back.
Hi, in relation with that, there is like a free open Google API that you can use, and it's actually working quite well.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
And it is really, really good. Like, your product is amazing.
Great, thank you.
Just a bit of love there from the crowd. Here we go, another comment.
Just a quick question. Have you thought about non-mobility compromised use cases? Because there are a lot more people in the world who are mobility compromised who might want to control their phone. Like, for example, controlling a sat-nav when you're driving would be a use case which would be pretty useful.
Yeah. No, that's a very interesting point. So we are, let's say, market-wise and business-wise, we're focusing on this niche market. We believe there is some very nice potential. If you have further ideas, please let me know. That would be really good.
Any other questions or comments from anyone? Cool. I really enjoyed that myself. We've had a bit of a friends of family tragedy recently, and somebody's being rehabilitated and is working very closely with King's College Hospital London, which has an incredible department for this, and they're exploring a lot of kind of technology in this area. And it's amazing to see how this technology helps people kind of regain their confidence and regain their kind of empowerment. So, nice one.
Thank you.
Cool. And big round of applause.